Welcome to MindFlashing. Tonight we take you deep into the shadows of one of the most haunted places in the world, the ancient Ram Inn. A place so terrifying that even seasoned ghost hunters refuse to spend the night. But what is it about this centuries-old building that makes it so unsettling? What dark secrets are buried beneath its floors? And what happened to those who dared to challenge its restless spirits? Stay with me, because this story will send shivers down your spine. The ancient Ram Inn stands in the quiet town of Watton-under-Edge, England. Built in 1145, it originally housed the masons who constructed the nearby St. Mary's Church, but many believe the land it was built on was already tainted. Once a pagan burial ground where sacrifices were made to ancient gods. Some say that disturbing these graves unleashed something sinister, something that has never left. Over the centuries, the inn became the site of countless dark tales. Murder, suicide, witch trials, every horror imaginable has left its imprint on these walls. In 1968, a man named John Humphreys bought the ancient Ram Inn to save it from demolition. But from his very first night, he knew he had stepped into something far more sinister than just an old building. While sleeping, he was violently dragged from his bed by an unseen force. Dark whispers filled his ears, and the temperature in his room dropped to an unnatural chill. But that was just the beginning. As John explored the inn, he made a horrifying discovery beneath the floorboards. Small skeletal remains, accompanied by broken daggers. Experts believe these were signs of ritual sacrifice. But who or what were they meant to appease? John became obsessed, spending decades trying to uncover the secrets of his own home. But the more he searched, the more he was tormented by voices, footsteps in empty rooms, and an ever-growing presence that refused to let him rest. One of the most feared rooms in the inn is the witch's room. The legend says that in the 1500s, a woman accused of witchcraft sought refuge here, only to be captured and burned at the stake. Her spirit never left. Guests who have stayed in this room report an overwhelming sense of dread. Some wake up paralyzed, unable to move, with the sensation of unseen hands pressing against their chest. And then there's the scratching, faint at first, but growing louder, until something whispers their name. John Humphreys himself refused to sleep in this room. He spoke of a cold, suffocating presence that loomed over him every time he entered. But he wasn't alone. Many guests have left in the middle of the night, pale and trembling, claiming to have seen a spectral figure standing in the corner, watching them sleep. But perhaps the most terrifying part of the ancient Ram Inn is the bishop's room. Paranormal investigators have called it one of the most haunted rooms in the world, and with good reason. Multiple guests have fled in terror after witnessing shadow figures standing at the foot of their bed. Some claim to have seen a tall, menacing figure with hollow eyes and an evil grin, watching, waiting. One of the most chilling encounters involved a group of visitors conducting an EVP session. As they asked questions, they received a single crystal-clear response: leave. Moments later, the door slammed shut on its own. They ran, but whatever lurks in the bishop's room doesn't need doors to find you. Over the years, many paranormal teams have investigated the ancient Ram Inn. They have captured ghostly whispers on EVP recordings, shadowy figures on camera, and even physical attacks. One investigator reported feeling an invisible force wrap its hands around his throat, choking him. And then there's the dark presence, a powerful, malevolent force that lurks in the basement. Some believe it to be the spirit of a demonic entity. Others say it's something far worse. John Humphreys believed the ancient Ram Inn was a gateway, a place where spirits don't just wander, but where something much darker resides. He spent the rest of his life trying to protect himself, keeping crucifixes and Bibles in every room. But in the end, he died within these walls. Some say he never really left. Whispering, "But what if I told you that some people never leave the ancient Ram Inn? That some spirits aren't just trapped, but hunting? And what if I told you that something was watching right now? Would you dare step inside?" If you enjoyed the story, hit that like button and subscribe for more terrifying true stories. And if you think you could survive a night at the ancient Ram Inn, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes open, because sometimes the darkness stares back.